Hi, everyone. My name is Becky, and I oversee the business consulting and finance career community here at Holy Cross. I'm going to quickly go over some of the recruiting realities when trying to work in finance. First, it's important to know what recruiters are looking for. Because Holy Cross does not have a specific business school, we are not a target school, meaning that we're not at the top of the list for recruiters to come and recruit loads and loads of students. However, this doesn't mean that Holy Cross students don't belong in those spaces. There are lots of tips and tricks for you to get your foot in the door and make sure that you are seen by the recruiter. First, we recommend leveraging the alumni network. In a future slide, I'll go over some networking tips to make sure that you're connecting with alumni in a way that's valuable for you and that's professional. We also recommend majoring in something that you enjoy. It's a common misconception that you have to major in something that's really related to business, but rather because GPA matters so much, you're more likely to succeed in something that you enjoy. So major in something that excites you, major in something that you can get good grades in, major in something that's going to give you those transferable skills that you can articulate in a way that are related to finance. It's also important to demonstrate interest in finance. This can look like a variety of things, like getting involved with the certificate program, attending workshops, the Excel tutorial, joining different business or finance related clubs, getting involved in certain jobs and internships, job shadowing, whatever it is. It's also important to show that you have involvement and leadership on campus, even in non-business related things. These extracurricular activities can be anything that just demonstrate that you're a well-rounded person, that you're able to manage your time, and that you have passions about things other than finance. If you're a D1 athlete, you also want to highlight that on your resume. It shows that you have a lot of that competitive spirit and the ability to time manage and be a leader. And if you have any entrepreneurial experiences, even if it's in something that's not related to business, it shows, or to finance, it shows that you have the ability to start something from the ground up, to manage other people, to be creative, and so on. Here are some of the skills and competencies that recruiters are specifically looking for. So as you think about all of your experiences and try to market yourself to these recruiters, you want to really highlight that you have these skills and competencies and that you'd be able to succeed in whatever role you're applying for. Like I shared, the alumni network is really important, and networking is going to be your key to make sure that you are seen and heard by recruiters. Before you start networking, you want to do your research. CCD has a networking guide on Handshake, and we also have loads of other resources also available on Handshake for you to understand your interests and specific skill sets and how they relate to specific areas within finance. You want to make sure that you're up to date on terminology, that you're able to articulate why you're interested in finance, why you're interested in working at specific companies or in specific roles. And once you've done your research, you are ready to start contacting alumni. We recommend starting with current seniors and younger alumni first, mainly because they were most recently in your shoes. So they'll be able to offer you advice that's really relevant to your experience. There are lots of ways you can contact them through LinkedIn, HC Network, at events, workshops, job shadowing, you name it. And then you can contact more senior alumni, of course, as well. We recommend that you keep track of your networking because at first, maybe when you're reaching out to 2 or 3 people, it's easy to keep track of it. But as soon as you build your network and you have loads of people that you're communicating with and that you're reaching out to, you want to keep track of it so that in a year from now, you can look back and say, oh, I actually know that person. Or you can keep track of, their contact information, how many times you've spoken to them, and so on. If you need help creating first messages to send to alumni, or creating a tracker for you to track your networking, the CCD is here to help, and you can set up an appointment with myself or with any of the career counselors to go over how to do that. The recruiting timeline is really important to understand because it happens so early in your college career. So during all 4 years, you want to be networking, becoming involved on campus, demonstrating your interest in finance. But toward the end of your sophomore year, then through the summer and into the beginning of your junior year, that's when recruiting is beginning for summer analyst roles for the summer after your junior year. Some of the banks will post positions in March, but most will be over the summer for the following summer, so a whole year in advance. Applications are reviewed on a rolling basis, so you don't want to wait on those applications. Once they're posted, you want to apply as quickly as possible. So at the end of your sophomore year, make sure all of your documents are up to date and you're ready to go to start applying for things for the following summer. As you go through the application process, there are multiple stages of interviews, usually starting with a video recorded interview of yourself, then more of a behavioral one on one, and then kind of the big interview usually involves a case study. If you need any interview prep help, we are here to help at the CCD, and I'll get more into that on the next slide. You also might want to explore opportunities for diversity based recruiting. Some companies actually have specific internship programs based on certain student identities, and those are really great opportunities. Finally, once you enter into your senior year, ideally the internship that you have before your senior year turns into a full time offer. But that doesn't always happen. So if it doesn't, that's okay. Then you can begin the job search right at the end of the summer into the beginning of the fall. And you want to work with the alumni network that you already had built before your internship, during your internship, all throughout your 4 years to identify opportunities and really expand your horizons and think about, where you want to be. Like I said, the CCD is here to help. On Handshake, you can find jobs, events, resources. There is actually an Excel spreadsheet that has all deadlines for Wall Street and financial services opportunities. You can find that on Handshake, and we update it regularly just so that you don't miss any deadlines. And then, of course, you can set up an appointment to go over really anything that you need support on during this process, and we can help you. We can even do mock case studies. We can help you formulate your cover letter. We can help you formulate your networking reach out message. We can do everything with you to make sure that you're set up to be successful. So, some quick final takeaways. You want to aim big, believe in yourselves. Just because Holy Cross isn't a target school doesn't mean that you don't belong in those spaces. Make sure you have a plan and a couple of backup plans. Things move really quickly. And like I said, they happen really early in your college career. So, you want to be prepared. Make sure you're taking advantage of events and opportunities to engage with alumni. Check out events on Handshake with student clubs and organizations, and so on. And of course, explore finance more broadly. Think about what truly interests you about working in finance and where you see yourself. And finally, ask for help and good luck. You've got this. We're here to support you. And please reach out to me or the CCD, set up appointments. We are here to make sure that you find success in finance. Thank you so much. And hopefully, I'll see you soon.